Hey everybody, it's Jerry, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pumpkin olive oil cake. This is a really moist and delicious cake that is great for the holidays, but it's also great any time of year. It's got a great pumpkin flavor, pumpkin spice, and I'm going to show you how to do it with butternut squash. All of my pumpkin desserts, I always use butternut squash instead of pumpkin. I like the taste, I like the texture of the butternut squash better than the pumpkin, but you can also just use pumpkin or pumpkin pie filling if you prefer to do that. Anyway, feel free to use either one, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the butternut squash. So let's get started.
To make the squash puree, we're going to cut a medium butternut squash in half and bake it at 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and scoop out the seeds, and then scoop out the cooked squash, place it in a food processor, and then puree the squash until it's all nice and smooth. And then just set that aside. And then we're going to take 4 teaspoons of psyllium husk. This is whole husk. Place it in a mixing bowl along with 1 cup of water. Mix that together and just let that sit for a minute to thicken. Then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, 1 cup of sugar, and then we're going to add in 2 cups of our butternut squash puree, or at this point you could add the pumpkin puree if you wanted to use pumpkin instead. And 1/3 of a cup of vegan yogurt. And mix that together. And then we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of brown rice flour, two-thirds of a cup of millet flour, two-thirds of a cup of tapioca flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and then we'll add our spices in. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of clove, and 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. And then just mix everything together really well, and just beat it by hand for a minute. And it'll thicken up a little bit. And then we're going to pour it into our cake pan and bake it at 350 degrees for 55 to 60 minutes. Let it cool for a little bit and invert it onto your cake plate. And then once it's completely cool, we're going to make our glaze for it. So we're going to take 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and a tablespoon of water, and mix that all together until it's all well combined. And then just spoon that over the ridges. And just let it drip down the ridges. And once it's completely set, it's ready to serve.
Thanks everybody for watching. Please tune in next time for some more recipes, and remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.